welcome back to the 40th episode of Corvette Weekly. So officially we have been doing this for 10 months straight. We are 2 months away from doing this show for an entire year. So pretty cool. I like this a lot, guys. How are you enjoying this? I hope it's as good for you as it is for me because it is a really good time, guys. I love hanging out with the Corvette guys. I love talking Corvettes. I love showing off your Corvettes. I love all of it, guys. So hopefully you are liking it as much as I am. But real quick, we're going to start with one of the best pieces of advice in the chat so far, and that is from 11 Second Eclipse saying, do not forget to hit that like button. And while you're at it, we're going to play a little animation for you to remind you to click that thumbs up button, guys. Look at that. All those fingers, all those thumbs, click that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. It helps the feed. It helps all this stuff. So would really appreciate it. Right off the bat, Shane says we have now elevated ourselves to 30 thumbs ups. That's awesome, guys. Thank you again. Dad's Garage says that it's actually better for them than it is for me. That's fantastic. I love to hear that. That's always a compliment. Carrie Glock, what's up? Jet Driver, Stupid Fast Truck, Paul LaMonaco, Bruno. That will be the only time you ever hear me say Go Giants is whenever they're playing the Vikings. But yes, I was very pleased with the outcome of that game. Shane, of course, is in here. Everybody knows Shane. He's basically part of the team at this point. Dr. Corvette, he says, are we on yet? We are on. Hopefully you can hear and see us. Jet Driver says, that's some fancy stuff there with the thumbs ups. I do it just for you because you're the only one that tells me about how fancy it is. So, Stupid Fast Truck says you smashed the thumbs up before we started. That's awesome. Very awesome. Steve has left the building. I'll keep an eye on that. Hello, everyone. Jay, how you doing? All right, guys. So we got a lot of really interesting stuff to talk about tonight. We are going to be discussing everything that we know about the E-Ray, because as you guys know, we are officially getting this thing revealed to us tomorrow. So at some point tomorrow, I'm going to either be making a video or possibly going live again and showing GM's video reveal of this car. However it may be, you guys will be alerted either way, but it is coming. The car is very soon to be here, and there's a lot of information about the car that we already know. But of course, there is probably a lot we don't know just yet, but we're going to discuss all of the rumors, all of the solid kind of confirmed things from GM. We're going to talk about all of it because, like I said, that car is coming tomorrow, and I like to talk about the rumors and everything just to see how close they actually end up lining up, because thus far they've lined up pretty well. So we'll see. Nebula says, when is the reveal? We actually don't know the time yet. GM has not given us a time, but it's going to be tomorrow at some point. If I had to guess, it's going to be around afternoon. It's almost never early in the morning. Richard Billings says he loves my content. Thank you, Richard. We work hard at this Corvette Weekly thing every week to bring you guys the best possible content. So definitely appreciate that. Matrix 8 says, hey guys, always looking forward to Monday nights. Absolutely. And I know there is a pretty important Monday night game football-wise happening tonight, right around 8:15, which is about 15 minutes before we sign off. So I'll try not to keep you guys too long tonight. Yeah, guys, I got to throw it out there. Big congratulations to General Lee. He does, in fact, well, his Z06 came in. I wanted to say he doesn't, in fact, have it, but it's actually still at the dealership from what I understand.
Yeah.
We're actually going to do something, I believe, with General Lee next week. We're going to have him on the show, I think. Hopefully sitting in front of his beautiful car inside of his awesome garage. And yeah, like I said, I want to try to start changing up Corvette Weekly a little bit, and this is the way to do it. I want to get General on here. I want to have some different people on here from time to time, but there's always going to be at least one other member of Vet Syndicate on here. So whether it be me, Jason, or Steve, somebody's going to be on here. Right, Steve? Welcome back.
Always at least you.
It will always be at least me, yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
back, Steve.
Okay. Power surge kicked me off.
Welcome back to
Power surge
to the stage.
Yeah, literally all of a sudden they were dead. I was like, what the heck?
Really? Your whole house went dead?
Yeah, I went black. I was like, what the? I was in the dark.
That's crazy.
The government. Man, never mind. Hey, what's going on? So what are we talking about?
We got 50 thumbs up currently, guys. Actually, that was a little bit ago. Look at this. We already got our first super chat of the night, guys. I'm going to include Navy Blue in the giveaway because I haven't even talked about the giveaway tonight. It is going to be a really awesome one. Steve, are you going to keep record of this still with the wheel?
Yep, I'm doing it now. If I just find Navy Blue, I'm just trying to figure out how to spell it. I'm doing it right now.
Okay. He's in for 7. I'm going to be announcing the giveaway item here in 1 second, guys, but it is a really, really cool one. If you have a C8 Corvette, doesn't matter what color it is, you are going to want this thing. We're going to talk about it in 1 second. Before we do, we got 65 thumbs up currently, guys. That's awesome. Always appreciate the thumbs ups, but we could use a little bit more. So give us some of these things right here. It would be really awesome if you could help us out, guys. What is all that clutter in Steve's garage? Something tells me you're going to find out soon. What is that, Steve? Do you want to tell the people, or you want to keep them in suspense?
I believe.
That is
It's
that's
classified
about $4,000
documents.
worth of carbon fiber. That's literally $4,000 worth of carbon fiber for the engine bay.
That's better than classified documents. $4,000 worth of carbon fiber sitting right there beside Steve.
Yep.
Oh, Shane says, "Where's my hoodie design, man?" We're still working on it. 70 thumbs up currently. Too many Teslas being plugged in. I was actually going to say that, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's another good one, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get the thumbs up over the top tonight and break some records. I love the way you think, Paul. I love it. That thumbs up thing is a little creepy. I think it's kind of supposed to be, I think, to some degree. But I don't know. I'm hoping it makes people click the thumbs up is ultimately what we're trying to do here. Got 75 thumbs up currently. General Lee is in the house. General, I'm going to work around some things, but I want to have you on here hopefully next week sitting in front of your car. General, let me know how much, if anything, that you are okay sharing with the people tonight. I don't want to overshare and ruin any kind of surprises. So let me know if we're good to talk about it or if I should withhold some of it. Because I have some pictures that you sent me that I'll be glad to show here if we're okay to do so. Just clicked on this live stream. I am sure the E-Ray will be a sensation for Corvette and for America. I think it will be too, only for one reason, and that's just because it's not fully electric. I do believe that there are benefits from the hybrid setup, and I think we're going to find that out here very soon. But looks like we're at 80 thumbs up currently, guys. We got 150 people watching. Be really cool if we could get those numbers closer to match. I won't play the creepy animation for you anymore as long as you guys keep hitting that thumbs up button. Let's see here. Shane says, yeah, we're at 80. Justin, you have to show them the lobster. Yeah. So guys, one of the big things for the Z06 that has not been discussed yet is the fact that you can get the intake manifold painted red. Nobody's done that yet. And actually General Lee, from what I understand, has the very first one that's been sold to the public with this intake painted red. And I'm going to pull it up here in 1 second for you guys. It's really cool looking.
It is.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and flip this over here for you. Maybe. I gotta fix that. And bam. There she is. All right, so here we go. That is what General Lee is calling the lobster, but as you can see there, that's the intake manifold for the LT6 engine. Look how cool that looks. It's funny because the only difference is it's red instead of black, but it's really cool looking. All right, so second super chat of the day is from Steve Robertson. So Steve, if you want to add him in for 5 entries. He said, "Does Steve install the engine bay package? Sorry, Venmo's having issues." Steve Robertson, Steve, have you installed it yet, Steve?
No, I'm waiting on my engine cover from American Hydrocarbon that should hopefully be here this week.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Shane, it was mine, but all right. So anyway, guys, take a look at the lobster here. This is the red, and this is an option for the Z06. This is the red intake manifold. It's not something I've seen on any other car other than General Lee's. And guys, it's looking really cool. So again, it's one of those things that it's better than the stock one because it gives it that extra visibility. It looks super Ferrari-esque because Ferrari always paints their manifolds red, it seems.
What a dork.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Beat that engine bay Ferrari. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing. This is supposed to be, if I had to guess, GM's directly trying to go that route because, I mean, the car already is a mid-engine. It already sounds like a Ferrari now. Now the mid-engine design here is even looking like a Ferrari. So obviously with this being a coupe, you're going to be able to see this right through the rear hatch. It's pretty cool looking. I like it a lot. Now, as you guys know, the actual engine appearance package isn't available for the Z06 yet. So that big piece of carbon fiber that goes on top has not been actually available to purchase yet. So this red is kind of like a next best thing, or possibly for some even better. Obviously I'm a fan of red, and with the color of the car that I would go with, that would look fantastic in the back. So I'm definitely pretty sure that's the route I would go regardless. All right, guys, we are at 100 thumbs up. That is awesome. That's 15 minutes in. We are at 100. That's fantastic. That's awesome stuff, guys. Thank you so much. Richard Billing says that's definitely an eye catcher with the red. We're hoping to have General Lee on the live next week sitting in front of his car, so maybe we'll be able to get to see a really nice ceramic matrix gray Z06. BPM Motorsport Channel says, hey, I'm still looking to join the Corvette family with my C6, but prices, they are coming down on all models C6 through C8. Jason actually can speak a little bit to that. Tell us your experience with this, Jason.
I think they absolutely are. In fact, you know, I talked to the owner of Corvette World, and he mentioned that, you know, if you look at how much inventory they have right now, it's not what it was, and they're selling the cars they have. But, you know, knowing that the market is starting to cool on, you know, cars in general, he's not offering as much as he was able to before. So people are coming in and they're like, hey, you know, here's my car. What would you give me? And the numbers aren't what they're looking for. So people are moving on, you know, but they're going to come to the realization they better hurry up and act quick, because they're only going to, in my opinion, they're only going to continue to go down. And I was at a dealership Saturday, 2 different dealerships of the same family, and there were a bunch of Corvettes, a bunch of C8s that were in the 80s. So I'll be posting that video, you know, once we get it edited, but it is coming very soon, hopefully this week.
Nice. Yeah, I know me and Jason were talking about some of the cars that he was looking at, and I was looking at one of them at, was it Hearst Autoplex?
Yes, correct.
There was a 2020 C8 Corvette with, I think it was 3,000 miles. It was black, exact spec I would do. 3LT, mag ride, Z51. It had front end lift, carbon fiber on the interior, every option you can think of. That car built today would be about $96,000. They had it sitting on the lot ready to go for $89,000. So literally less than what that car was worth when it came out with 3,000 miles on it. Yes, it is technically a 2-year-old car, 3 model year old, but it only had like 3,000 miles on it, so it's basically still brand new, and you can save $7,000 on it almost, and it's ready to go now. You don't have to worry about finding an allocation or anything.
Yeah,
so
it really is very nice. Yeah, it's the second car in the video. It's a really good looking spec.
I agree. Great White North Corvette. I believe that is bright red as well. It does not look edge red, which is definitely interesting. Let me see here. We can see those.
Gerald just said edge red.
He said it is edge red.
Okay. It is edge red. All right. I thought it was bright red myself, but that makes more sense for it to be edge red, to be honest with you, because the valve covers are edge red. But at the same time, it doesn't make great sense for someone like me who's going to have bright red calipers. Okay, so real quick, guys, I'm going to announce what the giveaway is. The new giveaway coming that everybody's going to be interested in. So if you have a C8 Corvette, keep your eyes right here, because I'm about to show you something you're definitely going to want to see. So this is it. This is the giveaway. That's it. It's the scrape armor radiator grill guards, brand new in the box, never opened, ready to go. These are typically about $400, and these can be yours for a donation of $10. So every $10 donated will get you one entry to win these. Venmo is pinned at the top of this particular chat. If you can use Venmo, that benefits the channel a lot more than Super Chat, but at the same time, Super Chat is also accepted. Every $10 is an entry to win that guy. So, guys, this will be going until the middle of February now. So we run them for about a month. Every single Monday night, every $10 donated will get you an entry to win the Scrape Armor Radiator Grill Guards. So if you're interested, like I said, throw $10 out. You could possibly win a $400 part for your C8 Corvette for $10. Gene says, I just bought one and installed them. They're great products. Last time I was down in Texas, I actually helped Jason install his. Steve installed his on his car. Very, very much so needed, in my opinion. If you have a C8 Corvette, these things not only install really nicely, they're just, they fit perfectly, and they're going to prevent your radiators from getting beat up. Blown 6 Gen said he's just installed him last week as well. Man, everybody, I missed this giveaway by a week, I guess. Jet Driver says, nice giveaway. Thank you.
Yeah, remember we put it up on the lift. I probably had 50 to 70 miles on my car, and there were all kinds of dents in the radiator already.
Yep. So that's the problem with the C8 is Jason didn't even have 100 miles on his car yet, and the radiators were already taking some damage from just the 100 miles that he drove. Yeah. My car, I think, had a little over 2,000 by the time I got some radiator grill guards on there, and it definitely looked the same. I mean, worse, but you know what I mean. General Lee says that the PDI has yet to be done on his car. No front splitter or rear carbon fiber low wing. It's not pretty. It will be by next Monday, though, right? Because that's when we want to have you on here. Chopper says red intake option code is BCW. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that knowledge. We love to have that kind of stuff here. Like I said, I haven't seen a car with this yet, so. Great White North Corvette, do the grill guards come in red? They don't, but you can easily paint them. They are actually powder coated black, the same method that GM uses to powder coat any of their mesh on the C8. It's the same method used for the scrape armor stuff too. So either way, they would be very, very, very good for any C8 Corvette owner to have. Let's see. Scrape Armor is working on the radiator grill guards for the side intakes as well. That is especially going to be important, I think, with the C8 Z06 because the side intakes, they're literally this wide, and they're capturing rocks and all kinds of things. It's going to be a matter of time before someone's posting up on the Facebook groups or whatever that there's a dead animal of some kind in there. It's going to happen.
Exactly.
Dr. Respectful says, am I wasting time putting 500 down to get on the future model lists at these dealerships for ERAY? Do you think market 6 months out will be better for MSRP? That's hard to say because right now the prices of everything are going down, but the only thing I'm seeing staying relatively solid are cars you have to get on get an allocation for. So if you wanted to go out tomorrow and buy a C7 Corvette Stingray or a C6, the prices of those are starting to go down. But if like the Z06 and the E-Ray, when it first comes out, it's going to be tough to get that car for at least the first 6 to 8 months. If you're okay waiting, yes, I would wait because after that 8-month period of the new car, the prices are going to start falling off. Yeah, those side intakes can definitely pick up animals. I agree. And actually, Avic, he's in the house. This is his car right here. So the car of the week is his. He emailed me that just a little earlier today, and I thought, you know what? That's a Z06 looking purdy. That's going to be the car of the week. So, guys, congratulate Avic on that. What's that?
Yeah, that's Amplify Orange, right?
Yep.
I love that color.
The Amplify orange with the black wheels, it's perfect. It looks like, I mean, I would immediately call that car the Jack-O-Lantern.
That was actually, for me, my second choice. I literally almost veered from yellow to orange, but my wife's like, no, yellow.
Yeah. All right, guys. So the third super chat of the day comes from Jay. He is $10 super chat. So Steve, if you want to enter him in for one entry for the Scrape Armor Grill Guards.
I'm with Steven. I like the stripes on it too, but I love stripes.
Same. I'm not actually a fan of the stripes in general, but for some reason on the Z06 specifically, they look good. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
115 thumbs up currently, guys. That's starting to slow down, so I think I'm gonna have to play that creepy thing for you. Don't make me press play on this, guys. We need some thumbs ups. Dr. Corvette says I should have taken my Z06/Z07 to Mecum and it would have rang the bell. Yeah, so guys, that's another thing we're going to be talking about tonight is how much that Z06 we talked about last week ended up fetching over at Mecum. It was ridiculous. Bruno says, Steve, I just saw your blend mount video. What was the cable you used, Steve? I remember you mentioning you talking about that. Can't hear him again?
Oh, no. I thought he wasn't talking yet.
Nah. I don't know what's going on with Steve, but maybe just type it in, Steve.
Too many political comments, man.
Yeah, YouTube automatically muted him after his fifth violation.
Yeah. They saw the classified documents in the background, so they freaking blacked them out. Shut off the sound.
Avik, who owns the car of the week here, guys, says it's a freaking awesome machine. 338 miles. Got to get a few more to really open it up. Yeah, you're close though. You got a heck of a machine there. Yeah, guys, if we could smash that thumbs up button, be pretty cool. You know, it'll look a little bit like this when you do it. Look at that. Look at that. All right,
hey,
so
and, Steve said the cable is in the description in his video. Hey, welcome back, Cotter.
Is he back?
I can hear you. I can't see you. I can see you. They can't see you.
They will in a second here. There he is. All right.
In the description.
Steven Rapp is in the house. He says, I can sub in for Steven from Steven. Floating thumbs? Yeah, I know, right? Hey, you got to get, how about this? Is this better? Instead, a little animation of SpongeBob. Okay? We need some of those guys in the house. How about that?
Yeah.
we get some thumbs ups. SpongeBob's asking for it. I'm not even the one asking. Anyway, looks like Mike Matarazzo's in the house. He says, sell it for 150K over before it blows up like Strad's car. LOL, take the money and run. Disagree, but that's how you'll have that stuff. The C8 Z06 seems like a pretty solid car to me. I have not seen or heard any personal issues with it at this point, and I've driven two of them, and I've driven two of them pretty hard. One of them had almost 3,000 miles on it, didn't have any issues. I think Stradman's issue was probably an isolated one. The Z06 seems pretty solid to me.
What happened to Strads? I should know. I used to watch him every video. But...
He said that I think there was a crack in the transmission housing or something. That's where the fluid was leaking from. But I mean, with how many of those cars have been delivered at this point, nobody else has had an issue like that. It's very likely an isolated problem.
Right.
BPM Motorsport channel donated $5 to the channel. Thank you. Appreciate it. We hope to see you having a Corvette in here one of these days. That'd be really awesome. We got 120 thumbs up currently with 193 people watching. Guys, I really appreciate the thumbs up. I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse there, but it's because you forgot to wear your hat, Steve, says General Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kerry Glock says that he spoke to McMulkin today and they are not taking reservations until the E-Ray is officially released. He also said they are unsure how many they will be handling allocations or lists, or how they will be handling. Now, this is the way a respectable dealership will handle business. No dealership on this planet is going to take your money and give you a spot on an allocation list without knowing that that car is even official. So until GM officially announces that car, no dealership should be taking your money. And if they are, they're not at all legit. Okay, it was only a trans gasket. I thought it was.
Yeah, well, I guess then the dealership I'm working with isn't, because I have $3,000 down.
Oh man, these dealerships nowadays. I'll tell you what, I don't even know what to say about them. I hope you do end up getting one, though, Jason.
I do too. And in fairness, it was on the Z06 list, and all I did was just leave my money and transfer from. I asked them to open up an ERAY list. They said there wasn't one. I called again, said, "Give me back my money." Suddenly there was an ERAY list. And so
how about
like,
that?
And I said, "Well, where am I on this list? Because I may not stay because you're number 3."
Yeah.
Okay. Now my
That's
question is, am I on his list or am I number 3 on the list?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See,
so,
this is how it was happening at Click Lewis. Every salesman had their own list. So even though you might be number 1 on Joe Schmo's list, that doesn't mean you're number 1 at the dealership, which is, again, shady practice. But
yeah, that's what you're
guys, I want to clarify real quick. It was just the transmission gasket on Stradman's car, so it was even less severe than the casing being cracked, which actually that is pretty severe now that I think about it. I don't know why I said that. It was just the gasket, so they put on a new gasket, done deal. So again, even that was an isolated event. I have not seen that problem outside of Stradman's car. Stephen Rapp donates $50 to the channel. Thank you, Stephen. That will get you entered in 5 times to win the Scrape Armor radiator grill.
I'm going to call Stephen Rapp and personally show him how to use Venmo. I talked to him last week. So, Stephen, you and I are going to be having a call soon. And it's going to be long because I know we talk.
Yeah. Hey, when you get 2 Corvette guys on the phone, it's impossible not to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Here we got Jay with another $10, so he gets another entry. And a big one from Dr. Corvette, guys. So Dr. Corvette,
50, right?
Yeah. Dr. Corvette puts in 125.
Okay,
I have not actually seen, or no, I did. I did see a donation over 100 before. So he gets entered in, we'll call that 13 times. Do you even still have a C8? I know you have a Z06, but do you have a base C8 still, Dr. Corvette? Because these are brand new, and these will be yours if you win. Definitely.
So Venmo's trying to screw us tonight.
Oh, is Venmo having issues tonight? That would make sense because there's a lot of super chats happening. That's not great.
And you're making YouTube very happy tonight.
Yeah.
Because they're taking 70% of it. Just about.
Yeah, they do. They almost.
Yeah, I just try to refresh my Venmo and it's taking forever to load.
So do we bill Venmo and tell them you owe us money for sucking, or like
if it was the other way around, you know that's how they do it.
Yep. Hey, Gas Making Boo said that after I told him, I mentioned I was number 3, he went in and he put his deposit down. They told me he was number 4. So yes.
Oh, okay, good. So sounds legit like you're actually number 3. General Lee, they do have scrape armor for the Z06, and actually I might be able to assist you with that. Let's talk after the show. Send me a text. There's Larry Anthony, guys. Thanks, Larry. This is what we're working with this week, though, is the scrape armor radiator grill guards, which are good for the C8 Corvette, not the Z06 yet, but as soon as those are at market, I'll have the guys over there send some of those over for giveaway as well. Thank you for the support, Larry. Okay, Dr. Corvette said no, but 3 of my friends just got them. 1 picked up. Huh. Well, you might have a pretty nice gift to give one of your friends if that's the way it goes. I mean, that's a $400 gift. I'd be okay with that. Shane says we got 132 thumbs up currently. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the E-Ray, guys. I know a lot of you are here for the E-Ray information. Let's talk about it. So what we know about the E-Ray. If you guys haven't seen the videos on the channel so far, I have been trying to keep up with all of the leaks and all of the even the videos from GM talking about things and showing things that they didn't necessarily discuss, just to kind of put an Easter egg out there. What we know, the car is going to be a 2024. It is definitely going to be the typical V8 engine out of the base C8 Corvette, alongside a hybrid engine driving the front wheels, thus giving it more horsepower and an all-wheel drive setup. So it's going to be the first ever all-wheel drive Corvette. It is going to have more horsepower than the base C8 Corvette, but I personally think less horsepower than the Z06.
I would agree.
BPR Z06 says, so is the scrape armor grill guards not out for the... they are available. Well, they're not available yet from what I understand, but they are ready. So they're basically just waiting for GM to give them the go-ahead to start sending these out.
Jet Driver, I'm thinking 60 grand would be a great starting price for the, I mean, that's not what it's going to be, but
No.
you know, if we're having fun,
Yeah.
I want it to start at 60 and then
Jay says
make
he
it
needs
easier
them
on
for
my
his...
pocketbook.
Jay needs these scrape armor grill guards for his new C8 anniversary pearl white car. Yeah. I personally would not drive a C8 Corvette, be it Z06 or base C8, without Expel and without these radiator grill guards. Those two things, in my opinion, are must-haves for these cars because of how wide open those grills are. It will just beat the crap out of your radiators.
It's like 1 and 2.
Yeah. Larry Anthony says, save my entry for the new scrape armor Z06 grill guards. Those will be next. I'll talk to the guys. As soon as those are available, we'll get some of those on the channel here for the next giveaway. All right, so other than that, other than what we've just discussed with the E-Ray, what else do we know? We also know right now, at least unless GM changes it last second, there is going to be no black accents for carbon flash black accents for the intakes, the front bumper, basically anything that's carbon flash black on a base C8 or a Z06 will not be black on the E-Ray. It will be painted the same color as the car. It's an interesting design, I would say, but it is the way it's going to be. They also are now including on this car a wheel that is very, very similar to chrome. They're calling it polished, which is not quite as shiny, I guess, as chrome, but at the end of the day, it's basically a chrome wheel. And a lot of people are excited about that. And I personally, I don't like chrome. I don't like polished, but I am personally also very excited to see GM finally offering options for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see. Justin, what is your contact info so I can send you a follow-up on the scrape armor? My email is just horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com. Chevy is now offering the grill guards from factory for $400. Yes, they are. That's the thing. With the scrape armor grill guards, they are the only ones officially licensed by GM, so they will not void warranty. You can get them installed by GM right at the dealership without any kind of warranty issues. It's perfect for anybody who wants to keep this car for any length of time. 11-second Eclipse says, hi, Amber. She said hello.
Walk by.
Yeah, she's constantly walking in the background. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about a little bit is what Jet Driver's talking about. He's talking about the price. I see a lot of people talking over here. I personally believe it is going to be priced in between the Z06 and the C8. So if I had to guess, that's somewhere around $79,000 to $89,000. GM really likes to price things at $995. So I'm thinking $79,995 or $89,995. That way they can say it's under $90,000 or it's under $70,000 or under $80,000.
I have a feeling it'll be. I mean, obviously I have zero whatever, but I do think it's probably gonna be like $89,995.
Yeah, 89 for sure.
I think at the end of the day, it's going to be priced less than the Z06 because they have everything. It's the engine and the transmission out of the C8 already. They already have it. The body from the Z06, they already have it. Nothing's being developed specifically for that car outside of the dual or the hybrid motor, which even that might not be specific to that car. It might be some from another one of their cars. I don't know. We won't know that yet. But based on the rumors I've heard, the E-Ray is likely to have the same 495 horsepower from the base C8 with a 100 horsepower hybrid motor in the front. So that would, of course, give you basically 600 horsepower or 595. So you're going to have your 495 base, 600 horsepower E-Ray, and then your 670 horsepower Z06. It makes sense. It would place itself right in the middle, right where the Grand Sport typically is. Yeah, Jay, 89995 is my best guess on this as well, just because it's going to be a hybrid car, and GM really needs this right now for EPA reasons. They need to start leveling off some of their higher gas guzzlers, like the Z06. Avic, yes, please email me about that. I would love to have a couple contacts to go to Scrape Armor with. 120
Yes,
loaded.
why-
Yep, that's probably about right. If you load it up, you're probably between 120 and 130 with a bunch of carbon fiber. Joe says, yep, I agree, Justin. I took my C8 from the dealership straight to blackout tinting for Expel. Then I did the grill guards. That's the way to do it. If you want to enjoy the car without worry that you're damaging it, Expel and grill guards. Best... That's a game right there, Steven. He says best guess on average ADM, which is your dealer markups. I would say 50. At least. Average is probably 50K, which is around what I've seen in the Z06 is averaging around 50K. Now, there are the outliers that are at like 200, but for the most part, 50K is average. We got 142 thumbs up currently, guys. It'd be pretty cool if we could get some more. How about that? Little SpongeBob animation. Give us some of those thumbs ups. That's a long conversation. Ice Storm says, what's Expel? So Expel paint protection film. It's literally a film that goes on top of your paint that will help prevent scratches and rock chips. So it will keep your car basically brand new for longer. 145 thumbs up currently. All right, so one other thing I want to talk about, guys. Actually, before we do, I'm going to address Joey B. Gives us $20 to the channel. That gets him 2 entries to win the Scrape Armor grill guards, which is right here, guys. If you have a C8 Corvette, these things are necessary, in my opinion. These will literally stop your radiators from getting destroyed, and these are the only grill guards that are warranted by GM. They're worth about $400. You can get them here for potentially for $10. Future Sean says, getting Expel Stealth on my TRX from Justin on my Granite Crystal Metallic TRX. So stoked, I already have a VIN. That's awesome. Sean and I have been talking a lot over Instagram. And yeah, we're both big TRX guys, but I think I had my VIN pretty early too. And if I recall correctly, I still waited like 4 months after I got my VIN. So don't let that be a determination for you. You're still probably a little while out.
Dude, didn't it only take me 3 months to get mine?
Yeah. But the thing is when we had done that one had already been ordered by the time you put your info on it.
Gotcha.
Stephen Rapp, Justin will be doing mine pre-Carlisle. What are we doing pre-Carlisle? Yeah, so Devarius King says, yes, it's going to be a nice car, but the heaviest Corvette ever, around 42 to 4,300 pounds. Also, I've seen the intake for the ZR1 twin turbo Z06 motor. You're the second person I heard say that, and the first person is super unreliable, so I hope you're not going off of his comment, but if you are, it's probably, I'm still not sure that's happening, but the E-Ray is very likely to be heavier than the Z06, and the Z06 is already a little too heavy for my liking. Shane, I did see that. I think you're talking about the 2500 Ram Rebel. Expel. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Steven. I got you mixed up with somebody else. Yeah. We're absolutely still on track for that. you need it. You need some Expel. Ice Storm, for just a wrap, we're typically closer to 6,000. If you want the wrap, tint, and ceramic coating, it's around 7. All right, so guys, if you remember,
FW area, Expel Dallas, and mention Vet Syndicate, you'll get a pretty good discount.
Yeah, if you guys are near the Dallas area, it's basically we've got you covered in Dallas, Florida, and Pennsylvania. And so if you're anywhere near either one of those 3 states, reach out to any one of us 3 here, and we'll take care of you for sure. Steven, that's the way to do it, man. Full Expel, don't mess with it. Don't possibly set yourself up for failure later, because I've seen it 100 times where somebody will come in and they'll demand a half a hood, which this is the thing, believe it or not. They'll wrap half the hood and the other half will remain unwrapped. And it's inevitable. On your drive home from the shop, you will get a rock chip right above where you stopped the Expel. It's almost guaranteed. So full wrap is always what I encourage people to look at, because the one place you don't wrap, that's where you're going to get a rock chip.
You know what? Here's a sad, funny story. We were having breakfast before a car show, and one of our friends had a Ferrari Pista, and I asked him if he had Expel. He says, "Nah, man, but I got tons of ceramic coating. Like it's this not." And it was so wonderful. And I was like, "Oh, okay." On the way, he got a rock chip, and dude, he was angry. I was like, "Well, I tried to warn you."
There is a lot of misinformation out there about ceramic coating versus the Expel paint protection film. A lot of people market ceramic coating as a protection for your paint. It's not. It's not going to stop scratches. It's not going to stop rock chips. It is there to make the gloss of the paint amazing. It literally makes it pop. It's also there for ease of washing, and it's there to stop fallout like bird droppings and bug etchings. Not other than that, it's not gonna prevent rocks. It's not gonna prevent scratching. That's what the Expel paint protection film's for. That's why a lot of the people that come in for a full wrap on the car, they'll do both. That way, it has all of the benefits. Because if we're putting ceramic coating on top of a car that's already fully expelled, the ceramic coating price is significantly reduced because the amount of work that goes into it is significantly reduced.
Yeah, we did that. We did the ceramic coating on the rust.
Brent says, "Who wants an E-Ray over a Z06?" That's actually a good question. Who does want that? Let's do it. I
personally don't, but
I'm going to do a poll here, guys. So check the chat for it. Z06 or E-Ray. So let's keep dealer markups and stuff out of it. We'll pretend that's not an issue. Which car are you going with? All right, there it is. It's in the poll or in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are. Shane says there are some really great long-term PPF videos on YouTube, and hands down, Expel is the best on the market. I've done a lot of research on this. Shane, so I don't know if it was you. No, it was Sean I was talking to about this the other day. 5 years ago, I barely knew what Expel was. It wasn't until I had a car that was actually worth protecting that I realized how important Expel is, how great of a product it is, and how much I wanted to be a part of it moving forward. It's one of those things where once you use it on one of your cars, you will never have another car without it. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I did it on my Grand Sport. I had that thing completely done with Expel, and I loved it. And from then on, every car's had it.
So just so you guys know, there's a poll in the chat there. You should be able to see if you want to select Z06 or E-Ray instead of just typing it out. Looks like we have 57 votes in there so far. So a quick question. Should I not bother ceramic coating the Z06s in case someone wants to put Expel on it? If that's a concern, yes. So basically what will happen if you have a ceramic coated car that someone wants to add Expel to later, the ceramic coating actually has to be polished off before you can put the Expel paint protection film on it. So if you are thinking that is a concern, I would not bother with the ceramic coating because it's going to make the next person have to do more work to get the expel on.
Yeah.
Quick question. What engine does it have? I'm assuming you're referring to the E-Ray. If you are, it is going to have the same engine as the base C8 Corvette with a hybrid motor on the front wheels. Kevin Horan, this is a fantastic question. I got this a million times on my last video. Should you do paint correction before expel? The answer is almost always no. The adhesive on the backside of the expel is so thick that it will actually fill in hairline scratches. Now, if you have some serious, really bad scratching on the car, maybe it would make sense to do it at that point. But it's almost never bad enough that the adhesive on the back of the expel paint protection film won't fill it in. There's a reason why we don't typically do that, and it's because if you paint correct, every time you paint correct, you're taking off just ever so slightly layers of clear coat. And when you take off a layer of clear coat, you put on the expel. If you ever have to pull that expel off and leave it off for any reason, you're going to scrape away at the adhesive that's left behind, which is in turn going to kind of scratch the clear coat. Then you need to polish it again. So now you just polished the car twice when you should have really only had to do it once. And every time you polish, like I said, it's removing micro layers of clear coat that will eventually be a problem if you keep doing it. So typically, no, you don't have to. Kerry Glock says, Blackout Tinting Latrobe did my C8 from the dealership via enclosed trailer to their shop for complete expel and ceramic coating. February 28th, 2022. Great job. Yep, Kerry, I remember that. I actually saw your car at the shop. Yeah, rest in peace, Ken Block. That was crazy when that happened. It just came out of nowhere.
I know, but you know what? It's just crazy to me how many people are dying this year that are.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through January yet, and we've lost like 4 people.
At least, if not more than that, it's crazy, man.
Jamie says, booked my appointment at Blackout in Latrobe for expel. Is ceramic coat recommended? What color car do you have, Jamie? That's usually where I start with it. I always recommend ceramic, but depending on the color, I push harder than other colors because some colors really benefit from ceramic. How is the process for removing expel? Go ahead, Jason.
I do recommend it. And mine's yellow. I don't know that it, I will tell you, Accelerate Yellow really shows up a lot of dirt. But my thing is, it makes my job cleaning the car when I do wash it a lot quicker, man. I just freaking get my leaf blower out, blow the water right off. I mean, it just sheds like crazy. It's a lot more convenient.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Ceramic coating, it doesn't offer protection so much as ease of washing and depth of gloss. Gene says, how's the process for removing the expel? It's actually not that bad. Usually a steam machine and some elbow grease, you can remove it. I actually have a video on my channel of a piece of mine being removed off my ZR1 if you want to check that out. We got 155 thumbs up currently, guys. We could use a little bit more. It looks like we got about 220 people watching. Be pretty cool if we could have a little bit more thumbs ups. Real quick, guys, I'm going to mention one more time for any of the new people in here. This is the giveaway for today. Well, actually, it's for the month. This is the radiator grill guards from Scrape Armor. So these will protect the radiator grills on your C8 Corvette. They're the only ones licensed by GM. And to get entered, every $10 you donate to the channel will be one entry. You can send it via Venmo or Super Chat. I hear Venmo's having an issue today, so Super Chats will be counted if you want to get entered. Jamie with Rapid Blue, I definitely would just for the ease of washing. Any color that specifically has metallic in it really benefits from ceramic coating. But even the Rapid Blue will be a lot easier to wash, and it will give it a lot more of a depth of gloss. It will look like the paint's a lot deeper. It's really a nice thing, and especially if you're already doing a full wrap, the cost on top of that will be insignificant. No, so you would not see the scratches through the expel. The adhesive on the backside of the expel is thick enough that it actually fills in the scratches. Got 160 thumbs up currently, guys. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to talk a little bit about today is that Z06 that we talked about last week, which was the pretty base model car that was taken over to the Mecum auction. We talked about this last week, and a lot of us speculated that the car was going to sell for 50 to 100K over. It actually sold for about 150 over. So as weird as that sounds, this car was basically base minus, the stripes and red seatbelts, I think, were the only options it had. But you can see here, guys, this thing sold for $275,000. So this is not your grandfather's Corvette for sure at that price. But this car, I don't know if they ever talked about the actual MSRP on it, but based on what I could see, it was base. It had GT1 seats, no options, no carbon ceramic rotors, no carbon fiber wheels, no carbon fiber at all on the exterior. If I had to guess, the car had about $120,000 MSRP, and it sold for $275,000. So those of you who remember us talking about this last week, this is why we discuss these things, because the prices at Mecum are nuts. Stephen Rapp says, anyone coming to Carlisle with you not driving that might drive my car to Carlisle from Pennsylvania shop? We could probably arrange that.
I did it last time, of course.
Yeah, we could arrange that, Stephen. Feel free to send me a text and we'll figure that out. Avic says my expel wrap went over the stripes. Yep, you can do it either way. If you want to protect the stripes, you got to go over them. Oh, MSRP was 113K on the Mecum car. So that's even more. That's even crazier then. Yeah, it's not exactly something I would have done either, Shane, but it is what it is. Yeah, so the E-Ray tires are most likely going to be the same size as the Z06 because of the wider fenders. It's very likely that the tires will be the same. The wheel offerings are similar. Other than the one new style of wheel, you do have the option for the same carbon fiber wheels that the Z06 has as well if you go that route. There's also carbon ceramic rotors as an offering, and there's a performance package called the ZER package. So that is going to be very similar to your Z51/Z07 package for the Z06 and the base C8. It's going to give you more of a performance setup. The E-Ray also has a stealth mode where it's going to basically allow you to most likely move the car at low speeds without the engine turning on. So if you wanted to start it up in the morning and get out of your driveway without waking up your family, it seems to me like it's going to be an option that will likely be available under 30 miles per hour or something like that, just so you can move along stealth-like. But it's not going to be something that you're going to be able to do on the highway for extended periods of time. Got 168 thumbs up currently. Removing expel will remove the factory stripes too. If you expel over top of the stripes, it is likely to damage them, yes, when you remove them. Or if you have to remove the expel. It will probably, if not pull it up, it will probably remove some of the shine off of it and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mecum car sold for $250 plus 25K commission, so $275 total. That's still a lot of money for a car that wasn't even 120 grand MSRP. Yeah,
you said they did.
Go ahead.
They said what time tomorrow, correct, on the reveal?
They have not said that yet that I know of. NBA Live. I will be doing either a live video or just an informational video on my channel here once that drops. So stay tuned. Keep an eye on the channel. It will be on here. Stupid Fast Truck, that's true. Those auctions are a competition to show off to your trophy wife. It does seem that way because whoever bought that car for $275, $250, whatever, there's a good chance they didn't even get a warranty with that thing. And that's pretty messed up. Got 170 thumbs up currently. Let's go ahead and end the poll here. It looks like we have 96 votes. So out of the total here, 96. We have 72% that say Z06 and 28% that says E-Ray.
Wait, what was it? Oh, okay, never mind.
What?
I didn't realize you were posting the numbers. I didn't hear what you said, and then you posted it.
Yep. So
No.
I'll be honest, that's kind of surprising. I thought a lot of people were going to jump ship for the E-Ray. It looks like the majority of people are sticking in there, and they're going to stick around for a Z06. The E-Ray is going to come with 4 studded snow tires. I bet you, as weird as it sounds, one of the options for the tires in that car, I guarantee you, are going to be snow tires. They're going to have something, maybe not from GM, but they're going to have something with the size of those wheels that they're going to have a partnership with Michelin or something to offer snow tires that will fit. Because they're pushing hard at the idea of this car being able to be driven in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brent, I thought that same thing. I thought for sure a lot of people were going to go with E-Ray on that. And Steve ducked out again, it looks like. Maybe. I'll get him back. Can always get him back.
Yeah, I can hear him. He's back there reading classified documents, though, so be careful.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, right here. That's what those in his boxes. Right there.
He's back, General. Yeah, Jamie says, not sure I want an all-wheel drive Corvette. Yeah, I'm not really sure about it either, to be honest with you. I like the idea that they're not going full electric yet. Yes. And since they have to do it to some degree, that they're doing a hybrid, I guess that's the best case scenario, but I don't know. I just want a Z06. That's all I know. I want a Z06. I don't really care about the rest. Power failure again, Steve?
I don't know what's going on.
He doesn't know. 176 thumbs up currently. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, one other thing I wanted to talk about. The Z06 allocations. So on our last live video, I talked a little bit about the allocations for the Z06, and somebody stepped in and wanted to correct me and told me that there were no allocations for January. There are some allocations for January. So these are allocations that are coming up very soon, in about the next, I don't know, 13 days-ish. 10 days? 10 days. My bad. My math's not great. But one of the things that's kind of concerning with this particular article here is, yes, we're getting some allocations at the end of January, but it says that the required aero for the Z07 package car is listed as supplier constrained for the model year. That's concerning to me, because what that tells me is that there is a good chance the Z07 aero kit is not going to be available in the 2023 at all from here forward. That's scary, because I really want that on my car. And I know people like General Lee had to pass up on it, even though he didn't want to, with the hopes that the aftermarket will be kind of fixing that problem. But man, that sucks. I really hope that gets fixed. But yeah, anyway, guys, the Z06, we're going to have some more allocations coming in 10 days with the potential of no more Z07 package aero kit available for 2023. So until they announce the 2024 models of the Z06, you might not be able to get the Z07 at all. Yeah, stupid fast truck. I thought that same thing. It's ironic that the Z06 started deliveries during the winter while being rear-wheel drive, and the E-Ray will be in the summer while being all-wheel drive. It's totally backwards.
That's very GM. That's
yeah, it is very GM. All right, guys, we got 222 people watching. It looks like we have about 178 thumbs ups. It would be awesome to see a couple more of these things right here. Look at that, guys. That's SpongeBob telling you to give me some thumbs ups. That'd be really cool. It really helps out the channel. It helps everybody involved in this Corvette Weekly. Smash that thumbs up button for me, guys. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah. Wheeler, I'm not going to get too much into this, but their quality in the past has been suspect. So I personally would pass.
So we know two people specifically that have them on their cars. One of them loves his and he says it doesn't flex and, you know, he doesn't have any issues, but the other guy, he loves his, but it actually has a stress crack in it.
Yeah. I've seen enough proof to me that the quality might be suspect. I'm not going to say much more than that. I really don't like attacking people that are making aftermarket Corvette parts. So if I have to tell you anything, check it out for yourself first before buying it. Yeah. Find one in person and go from there.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 191 for what?
We got 191 thumbs ups. That's pretty impressive.
We're at 185. Maybe it's his goal. His goal is 191 for us.
I'm good with 200 is where I like to sign off. But Ralph Cruz. There you are. He's late. What's the new giveaway? Here it is, Ralph. It is scrape armor. So the radiator grill guards for the C8 Corvette, brand new in the box. These are typically about $400. It doesn't matter what kind of C8 Corvette you have, as long as it's not a Z06. This will fit, and these are licensed by GM, so they will be covered under your warranty. Every $10 donated gets you an entry. I know you have your beautiful new 70th anniversary edition. You should get some of these. These would be perfect for your car, and you might be able to get them for $10. $195 currently, guys. I think the SpongeBob animation did it. I think it did it. Mm-hmm. I mean, who doesn't like that, right? Look at that. Look at that little guy. Boop. Thumbs up.
My stuff's not refreshing. What's going on, man? I'm still stuck at 185. I'm in the past.
Shane's in the future.
Exactly.
SpongeBob is working, Jet Driver said. Jet Driver, I like you more and more every Monday night. He's got my back on everything. He's like the animations are cool. SpongeBob's cool. I like this guy.
Like the HBO cheerleader.
Yeah, somebody's got to be. Dr. Corvette says it will not be fixed until July. Another company bought them out. They said the product will not be ready until August, which they will be starting the 24 model. Interesting. So, yeah, it looks like Z07 might be off the table for anybody who goes to buy that car right now until the 2024 model year. That means, you guessed it, the guys who got a 2023 with the Z07 package, your car now just became ridiculously rare. Yup. That's pretty awesome. Moto Ranch says mine shows 199 thumbs up. What'd you say, Steve?
I said have fun if you damage it, because I don't think you're going to get replaced if you break a splitter.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I have that same problem with my ZR1. That splitter is so expensive, and they made them to order. So if I busted one up, it takes at least 10 months to get a new one. Kerry Glock says, thumbs up, please, people. Please. People's lives are at risk. Click that thumbs up. 202, thank you. 11-second eclipse. How long of a wait without Z07 package do you think? If you can find an allocation, the wait's not that long from what I understand. General got his, I think it was a month and a half. It was built after he got 3000 status. So it's not that long, but finding an allocation is pretty freaking tough.
Mm-hmm. I think the build time is the least of your concerns.
It definitely is. Yeah, the more concerning part is finding an allocation or a dealership that isn't just ridiculously greedy.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry, what was broken that needed to be fixed? Steve was just was saying that if you had a Z07 package, Z06, and you busted up a splitter or something, it's going to be hard. It's going to take you a while to get it replaced, just like it would with my C701. 205 thumbs up currently. All right, guys. So one more time, I want to announce the giveaway for the month is the Scrape Armor Radiator Grill Guards. Scrape Armor was generous enough to donate these to the channel to give them away. So every $10 that you donate to the channel gets you an entry to win. We already have quite a few people entered on this, so You should definitely check it out. If you have a C8 Corvette of your own, those are one of the first things I would do. Nice, Wheeler. Tell your 944 blackout tinning boys that I am super close to the first start with my C5 LS engine swap. When you go to do that, you got to film it and send it to me. I definitely want to see that. It's still in the box, Ralph Cruz. It is brand new. They literally just arrived at my doorstep the other day. So, yeah.
No, I think you're talking about, look what he's talking about. He wants to give a C7 carbon flash splitter to the channel. Look 2 up.
Oh. I still have a C7 carbon flash splitter. Can I give it away to the channel? Is it OEM? Is it from GM? Who makes it? That would be pretty cool. I'm sure there's C7 guys in here that would love to have something like that. Yeah, we got 230 people watching, 207 thumbs ups. Would be really cool if those would match. Always appreciate Shane and his expertise at the thumbs ups. Wheeler says, Justin, do you think you have a good shot at a January allocation? At this point, man, I don't even want to say yes anymore. Like, I've been saying yes for so long. I have no idea. It just, I mean, I'm number 1 at the freaking dealership. You'd think I would have gotten something by now, but man, it is tough out there.
Yeah.
I'll know in 10 days though, I guess. Jay with another donation of $10, so he gets another entry in to win those scrape armor radiator grill guards. Stephen Rapp, the drawing will be, let me check the, it is going to be four weeks from today, so it will be the 6th of February. No, today included, so it'll be the 6th. We do 4 weeks of during the announcement, so as I announced it, it's 4 weeks. 212 thumbs up currently. What was it? Dr. Corvette said, me. What are you wanting a C7 Corvette splitter? That'd be interesting. I didn't know. Green Rush. The most I would pay over MSRP for a Z06. I had this question once before, and I'll preface it the same way. I would only pay over because of what my job is. My full-time job is YouTube. So I need the car for YouTube. If you don't need it for YouTube, if it's just for you, do not pay over MSRP for this car. Don't do it. There's no reason to. Just wait until you can get it for MSRP. Me personally, I'm somewhere around 20 grand max over MSRP I would pay. And that's just because I want to get it ASAP. Cowboys are up 7-0. 6-0. What happened? They miss a field goal? If I can have anything go my way tonight, guys, the Cowboys will lose. I know that's probably an unpopular decision or an unpopular opinion here, but I don't even care.
Nah,
I don't like the Cowboys.
I don't either.
Oh, really? I
No.
thought for sure one of you two would.
No,
I haven't watched the NFL since somebody started kneeling. That was done for me. I will never watch it again.
No.
Yeah.
Next.
But I used to live, my wife and I, we live every Sunday was after church, football the rest of the day. Monday football, Thursday football, Saturday was college football. I mean, our whole lives revolved around baseball, football, basketball. Now it's like non-existent.
Were you a Cowboys fan? Were you a Cowboys fan?
Was I? Oh, hell no. I've never been a Cowboys fan.
Okay, good. All right, guys. I think we're going to start wrapping this one up. I want you guys to know for tomorrow, when the E-Ray announcement comes out, keep your eyes stuck to the Horsepower Obsessed channel, because I will either be doing a live video or an informational video. Either way, it will come out as soon as I possibly can right after seeing that announcement.
And can I make an announcement real quick?
You sure can.
Since we're wrapping up, when we get off of here, go to my channel. Check out the video I just posted. It's with Tim from Dad's Garage, who's on here quite a bit, mostly
on right now.
Yeah. I was I just saw him commenting no MLB. No. But anyway, we go over his rare Jetstream Blue C6 Corvette. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I love this car. So that video is up on my channel now.
Gab's Garage. I could recommend a really good shop.
Ever.
I can recommend a really good shop in Southern Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that.
Yeah, but I actually don't know of any in Central Florida. Yeah, 11-second Eclipse, that's kind of where I was at with it. It was annoying at first, but they seem like they've dealt with it, so it's all right. I will make a poll on that next time. I think we're too close to the end now. Where did I see that? Yeah, Brent. He wants to know how many of us are actually in a position financially to buy an E-Ray right now. We'll come back to that next Monday because we're about to wrap this one up. General Lee, let's talk a little bit. Try to make next week happen. Yeah, Gab's Garage. I own a shop in Southern Florida, so if you're willing to bring it down there, shoot me an email. It's just horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com, and I can get you set up. 11-second Eclipse says he's definitely going to watch Front Seat Driver's video after this. Check that out, man. Does that make Jason happy? Yes, it does. All right, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. Go watch some football if you care to. If not, have an awesome rest of your night. Hit thumbs up on your way out if you could. We will catch you guys next Monday night, or I might catch you tomorrow night. We'll see. But either way, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support. We'll see you next time.